The Eagle Scout Court of Honor is now called to order. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends. My name is Corey Mayfield, Scoutmaster of Troop 553. It is my privilege to welcome you on behalf of Troop 553 to the Eagle Scout Court of Honor for Dawayne Ruth, Justin Flenker, and Jordan Farris. We would also like to recognize any public officials in attendance. Please stand. Thank you. Will the Eagles in the audience please stand? All right, thank you. Be seated. At this time, I would like to ask Pastor Paul Keeley to come up forward to lead us in the invocation.
Let us pray. Most merciful God, we thank you for this day, for this time to come together and celebrate life. We thank you for the families that have been involved in raising these young men for the program, for all of the volunteers who have been working with them all through this process. We ask that you continue to lead them and guide them and help them to develop into the men that they are called to be. We pray that you'll continue to work through this troop and through all the efforts of scouting to build faithful citizens. We pray all this in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Scouts and guests, attention. Color guard, attention. Color guard, front and center. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout law. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Now we'll have Sandra Farris come up and review the Eagle rank criteria. You may be seated. Oh, post the colors.
Good evening. Eagle rank, review of the Eagle rank criteria. The awarding of the Eagle badge is an important and serious occasion, the climax and the goal for which a scout works for many years. It is an occasion for pride and joy and a time for serious contemplation. It is the culmination of the efforts of the various leaders of this troop. The Eagle Award is the highest and most coveted rank in scouting, the last major step in the advancement program. At this point, we trust you have achieved our purpose in the building of character, training of leadership, and the practice of service. To become an Eagle Scout, a scout must earn a minimum of 21 merit badges, including 13 of which are required. He must serve actively in a troop leadership position for a period of 6 months after achieving the rank of Life Scout. While a Life Scout, he must plan, develop, and carry out a service project helpful to a religious institution, school, or community in a manner worthy of an Eagle Scout, which must be approved by the organization benefiting from the effort unit leader and unit committee, and the council of district before he starts. He must demonstrate through his testimony of character, references, and otherwise that he lives by the principles of the Scout oath and law in his daily life, take part in a Scoutmaster conference, and finally, he must appear before a board of review of prominent persons and satisfy them that he has done his best to understand and live up to the Scout oath and law, and in all ways qualify for the Eagle Scout Award. As committee chairperson for Troop 553, it is my pleasure to report that after a thorough review of their qualifications, Dawayne Ruth, Justin Flenker, and Jordan Farris have qualified for the rank of Eagle Scouts and is entitled to receive the Eagle Scout Award. The title of Eagle Scout is held for life, thus giving rise to the phrase, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. And at this time, it's my enjoyment to present our guest speaker, Dietrich von Beidenfeld, who is a third-generation member of the West Columbia, Texas community. He teaches law, contracts, ethics, and supplies cycle management courses for the University of Houston downtown. He serves as a member of the West Columbia City Council and has served on national and state commissions and committees. Dietrich attained the rank of Life Scout before aging out, serves as a trustee of Columbia United Methodist Church for 9 years. I'd like to present to some and introduce to others Councilman Dietrich von Beidenfeld.
All right, good afternoon. I was told I have about 2 hours to talk. Okay. It's the excitement that my students also have when I approach the desk. Unfortunately, most of my students are even more diligent in their studies than I am in my professing, so oftentimes I'm trying to run them out of the class so I can actually get out. I was going to focus on 3 themes, and obviously, as most of you have been engaged in Jordan's life and Dwayne's life and Justin's lives, you've been able to at least see some of the impacts of scouting on their personal character and some of the benefits that scouting brings to many boys' lives, but also how it impacts our community. But I wanted to really emphasize how the points of the Scout Law can be applied, particularly in speaking to each of you individually. So Dwayne, Justin, Jordan, each of you is taking a different path as you go out to serve the country in the armed forces, as you graduate and move on to higher education, or even as you join the workforce. I'd like you to remember from your scouting lessons integrity, citizenship, and reverence. So what is integrity? It's something that we don't see evidence many times in our community today, but it is something that you have learned and evidence to reach this rank that fewer than 2% of all Boy Scouts earn. You've earned it. It's not a gift. It's not something that you showed up and someone said, we like you, you're handsome, you're smart, you've got a great sense of humor. Those are things that people say about me often, and I still aged out before Eagle. Of course, okay, I'm the only one that says that. But thinking about how you're being brave, how being trustworthy, how being loyal, and generally how keeping yourself clean of mind and body is going to assist you in your workforce, it's going to assist you in your families, and it's going to assist you in your education. Again, whether that be your MOS or that be a degree plan, whatever that path takes, you're going to need integrity. How people see you is how you will be treated. So that perception is their reality. Again, you've evidenced the character, strength, and ingenuity to earn over 37 merit badges. And so you are aware of these things, but you don't want to forget the lesson once you put on the nice scarf and the lapel pin and say, okay, I've done this, check, now moving on. You want to keep those lessons in your heart. Integrity is something that is very easy to lose. So you've worked very hard to earn it, and every time that you go out in the community, you're a representation not only of yourselves, but also your family, also of your community, not only West Columbia, but Brazoria County, your faith, and the Boy Scouts overall. So that honesty when someone says, hey, we have an online test bank, do you want to look at it? That honesty and integrity when maybe your platoon leader says, we're going to do some laps, and you say, oh, I could cut through the forest here and save a few minutes. That integrity when someone says, hey, this would be fun, but you know it hurts other people. And that leads into that citizenship, right? So three of your merit badges have dealt with your citizenship in the community, your citizenship in the nation, your citizenship in the world, and understanding how your understanding of citizenship builds on that integrity and your interactions with others, to treat others with respect, to treat others with kindness and courtesy, to treat other people with respect, because that respect that you give them may be the only kindness that they receive that day, but it also reflects on you. How you treat other people is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. That kindness, that strength, that integrity that you evidence in your character reflect also, again, on your family, your faith, and your community. Finally, that reverence idea. So a couple of the points of the Scout law and Scout tradition, obedient and thrifty, aren't really part of our modern vernacular. I am very thrifty with other people's money, and of course, hopefully, Sandy's been pleased with my, 4 terms now on managing the public's funds, but with my personal funds, sometimes I'm a little bit remiss. And you'll find that there are a lot of lessons in personal financial saving that also relate to your integrity and how you're building, and you're compounding that interest on your behavior every day. So of course, save money, but also remember those values of character, and that every time that you go out into the world, it's an opportunity for you to succeed, and you don't want to miss that opportunity by losing that sense of faith, that sense of tradition. Obedience also has a place. One time I was at work, and one of the outgoing administrators told me a process to schedule faculty. So I also am the assistant department chair, and so I schedule faculty. And I looked and I said, you know, this old lady doesn't know what she's doing. There is a much faster way to do this. Because of course the fastest way is always the best way. And so we went about a week, and she came to my office politely, because of course I thought all these things. I didn't tell her, and she said, did you do the faculty scheduling the way I suggested? Remembering my Scout lessons, I was honest, and I said, well, not exactly. I found a faster way. And she said, I thought that's what you did, because I had missed an entire section of faculty scheduling because I had done the expedient route. So sometimes the fastest way is not always the best way. Sometimes you want to hear what other people have to say, and that obedience and structure is designed for a reason. Sometimes there are these age-old adages that have survived the test of time because they're still true today as they were yesterday or the years before. So when you get counsel from your parents, when you get counsel from your troop leaders, remember that maybe they've been through some of these situations before, and just because they're a little bit older and they can't quite use their new iPhone, or they can't quite log into the internet without help, they may have some wisdom to give you. And hopefully each of you, that's Dwayne, Justin, Jordan, each of you as you go out in the community, remember that the West Columbia community, your parents, and this church are here to offer counsel, wisdom, and guidance, even as you move out in the world. We won't forget you, and as you continue on as Eagle Scouts, you're Eagle Scouts for life, but you're part of our community for life as well. So don't forget that you can always reach out to us. Not to be political, but I think my cell phone and email have been removed from the city site. We'll talk about that. But you can always get it from Pastor Paul or Jeb, and we're here for you. So remember that, and remember to keep yourself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And many times you will find that you can avoid some of the pitfalls that those of us that have gone before you have. So remember that, and keep integrity, citizenship, and reverence deep in your hearts. So congratulations to each of you.
Dwayne, Justin, and Jordan, would y'all come up? The Eagle Scout Challenge. The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that a scout is trustworthy. It is very first point of the scout law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because honor is important to him, but because the vital significance of the example he sets for other scouts. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of the Eagle Scout is loyalty. A scout is true to his family, scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brothers, scouts, make him pitch in and carry his share of load. All these help to build the loyalty, which means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals, and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. The third obligation of the Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God with faith in his fellow men, he looks forward to each day, seeking his share of the world's work to do. Let the red of Eagle badge remind you always of courage. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second class Scout Award, which has its ends turned up in a smile. The final responsibility of the Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when he enters a more adult life of continuous service to others. The eagle stands as a protector of the weak and helpless. He aids and comforts the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always be prepared to put forth his best. You deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with every mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow and onward. Thank you. You may be seated. Now we have Desiree Thomas come up and do the recognition letters.
Hello. I'm going to read a couple of recognition letters chosen by the 3 Eagle Scouts, Dawayne, Justin, and Jordan. Dear Dawayne, congratulations on your recent achievement of the Eagle Scout badge. You have accomplished something many others have never reached. As an Eagle Scout, I welcome you. This achievement requires significant individual effort, teamwork, self-starter attributes, and critical thinking and while overcoming life obstacles. The fulfillment of the highest honor requires great perseverance and dedication. I am extremely proud of your ability to accomplish this high honor while maintaining a 3.84 average. It has been an honor to be a mentor in this process during the summer of 2015. Once again, congratulations, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Mr. Brian Hankins, Eagle Scout. Dear Justin, congratulations on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. You join a distinguished group of patriotic Americans who give their all each day to country and God. It has been an outstanding achievement which you will be proudly carrying with you for the rest of your life. Our nation is grateful for your years of hard work, dedication, and commitment to the Boy Scout oath inspired by the spirit of your service. America will look forward to you and the fellow Eagle Scouts for strong principled leadership in years ahead. With very best wishes, President Donald Trump. Dear Jordan, we, the pastor, officers, and members of Great St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church, extends to you our heartfelt congratulations on achieving the highest rank in Boy Scouts, the Eagle Scout rank. We have watched you from a baby to a man. You have been and how you have grown with the path that God has for you. We are proud of you and know that you will be soaring on eagle's wings. Hebrews was given 10 commandments. Almighty God has rescued them, born on eagle's wings. Through these desert and trials too, God brought you into promise new, born on eagle's wings. Following Scout oath and law, you did your best because you are the best on eagle's wings. A service project, badges galore with leadership show you've prepared for the flight on eagle's wings. You've made your nest among the best. Now spread your wings. You've passed the test. Soar on eagle's wings. Fly swift, fly high across the sky. Encourage the outstanding that you have done and soar on eagle's wings. Like the eagles near to God, which worship with a humble nod, fly true on eagle's wings. To God and country duty bear, and on your honor you do swear to fly true on eagle's wings. With sincere congratulations from Reverend Kenneth McDonald, the congregation of Greater St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church. Again, congratulations to Justin, Dawayne, and Jordan. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Winston Avra.
My name's Winston Avra. I'm a member of the Cradle of Texas Sons of the American Revolution, and the Sons of the American Revolution was begun in the late 1880s. We began partnering with the Scouts in 1910. We've had a strong relationship with them ever since, and the reason the Sons of the American Revolution stands behind the Scouts like they do is because some of our goals happen to be the same. To give you a little insight into the Sons of the American Revolution, we're a non-political organization. Our members can trace at least one of their family members up through their family trees to an ancestor who contributed towards America's independence during the American Revolution. Our goals are to educate the public about America's history and to promote respect for our national symbols, the value of American citizenship, and patriotism. You gentlemen have learned a lot about citizenship, and we're proud of you. And we're looking forward to you taking up the leadership and continuing on in the future. Scouting strives to build exceptional leaders, and you're great examples. And if you'll come forward, I've got some certificates for you. Certificates are from the National Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Awards this certificate in recognition to Eagle Scout Dawayne Ruth, Jr. for outstanding achievement in exceptional leadership and citizenship, evidenced by his attainment of the rank of Eagle Scouts. And the same for Justin. And Jordan. Thank you. And you gentlemen stand with as you hold the picture because I am so proud to be here with you.
Okay, Dwayne, Justin, and Jordan, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout Charge on this occasion of your elevation to the highest rank of scouting. And Boy Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world history, and you have been counted worthy of the highest rank in this membership. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is an honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to your duty to God, to country, to fellow Scouts, and to your mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself, to your brother Scouts. When you fail, you bring down by so much a good name of all true and worthy Scouts. Your responsibility goes beyond your fellow Scouts to your country and God. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these things depend, for the most part, on the character and leadership abilities of her citizens. You are to help her in all that she can need most. She has a great past. You are here to make her future greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do to every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and fellow man. So live and serve, and those who know you will be inspired to the finest living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God, and whatever others may do. You will leave behind a record of every Scout may be proud. Congratulations. Dwayne, you're up first.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank my parents. This wouldn't be possible without them. They pushed me to keep going and led me to the right path. They kept me away from trouble and danger as best as they could, and they succeeded in doing so. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Talasic and Mr. Mayfield for guiding us, leading us, and teaching us the ways of a Boy Scout should be. My fellow Scouts also deserve appreciation for sticking together throughout all the years. We've grown closer and formed a bond that is unbreakable. I will also give my appreciation to the church for letting us host our meetings and sponsoring us. More specifically, a member of the church, Ms. Beverly Klein. Thank you for finding my Eagle project and helping supply all of my needs. With you, the project would not be possible. Furthermore, I want to acknowledge my favorite former teacher, coach, and advisor, Sean Cook. You have made more impact on my high school career than you can imagine. You have influenced my career choices, and not only did you teach school lessons, but you also taught life lessons. I cannot be more content with having a teacher like you. To show my gratitude, I will present to you a mentor's pen. And I will do that after. Okay. And outside of the classroom, another person I would like to acknowledge is Fred Harris. You have also influenced my career choices in many ways you couldn't imagine. You are probably the main source of where my passion has started, and I thank you for that. You are the person I come to for help and seeking advice. You've also helped me stay on the right path and helped me get to where I am today. And to you, I show my gratitude, and I will present to you this mentor's pen. Will you please both stand, and I will present the pen to you.
well, I mean, you stop laughing. Okay, there are certain people that I would like to thank for helping and guiding me to get here. First, I would like to thank my parents for supporting me and providing for me. I would like to thank my grandparents for supporting me, and my sister for supporting me, you know. So then, I guess I'd like to thank friends and that kind of stuff, you know. And, I suck at this, so. I'd also like to thank the people who wrote recommendation letters for me and for my Eagle Scout. And then I'd like to thank the church for chartering the troop and helping me get an Eagle project here. And then Barda for supplying stuff. And then, yeah. I'd also like to thank my Scoutmasters, Mr. Mayfield and Mr. Tolosic, for helping me and guiding me through it, and my fellow Scouts for helping me. So, yeah, that was bad.
First of all, I'd like to thank my parents, aunts, uncles, especially Teresa. She always finds something to laugh at. Pretty much anybody at school. School, teachers, really people at CHS showed me what the world was going to be like when I got out of it. The same. Cousins, friends, not many of them. A bunch of bad people. These people around the church, Barda, anybody that helped me through the way, Mr. Mayfield, Mr. Lossick, Mr. Alburn, the moms, the other scouts, even though some of them couldn't be here. But especially my mom. She helped me get here, even though I couldn't drive. So, and I was forced to come anyway. Cub Scouts wanted to quit. She said, no, you're not. And we got up here anyway. And I'm going to name some of my mentors. Mr. Mayfield, Ms. Osborne, Mr. Lossick, Mrs. Thomas. If y'all can come up. Without y'all, wouldn't be able to make it. I knew Miss Thompson's Cub Scouts. We always find something to laugh at. This troop is pretty much just like a big family, crazy, always laughing at each other, getting into trouble, knowing how to get out of it. And a lot of them know that I'm the type of person that I'm gonna try and fix it before I let anybody else try and touch it. If I die today, y'all just know I'm up there trying to fix it. So thank y'all.
Okay, we'd like to thank all the family, friends, relatives, fellow scouts, Cub Scouts, teachers, leaders, for coming to this event for these three young men now. They're all 18. After the retirement of the colors, family, if you'd like to take pictures right quick, stay and take pictures. There's a reception in the fellowship hall for everyone. There's tables for each scout that show their, from Cub Scouts to their Eagle, with all their mementos. You're welcome to look at it, visit, have a good time, enjoy some refreshments. And Pastor Paul, if you'll close us.